Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your bonus reading for September 2018, and this is how does your ex feel about you. Now we've done this reading a couple of times on the channel. I love this reading. I just think it's really good. It's really interesting. Sorry, I can see fluff. I've got this velvet, I don't know what it is, cover for my table to do readings, but it just gets awfully you know, it just gets little bits on it and it just makes things look messy. I hate that. So pardon me while I do my little bit of house cleaning. Yeah, okay. So that's the best I can do at the moment, I think. Okay, so yeah, this is a 12 area reading for those of you who have seen this before. For those of you who haven't, this is really just a general reading examining, and you can only really watch this reading if you've got an ex. So if you've got an ex, this is the reading for you. If you're perfectly happy in a relationship, then this is your reading. That's not for you. Okay, and also just to let you guys know, it is a general reading. Please keep that in mind, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. Okay, so with that being said, what we're using for the reading is the Tower of Dreams by Chiara Marchetti. I really love this deck of cards. Just beautiful. So vibrant. The pictures are gorgeous as well. Really good. Love this deck of cards. Absolutely adore it. So we're using this for the actual reading today, and we're also using the reading is also significantly shorter, so we only clarify maybe 1 or 2 areas on this reading. Okay, when you order a reading from the website like this, all areas are clarified. So the reading on this YouTube channel will be about half an hour long at the most. On the website, the readings take about an hour. When you purchase it as a private reading, it takes about an hour to an hour and a half because we examine absolutely everything. Okay, so with that being said, let's make a start. We're going to remove these and we're going to start shuffling the deck. Okay, so Universe Spirit, this is a reading for Sagittarius on how their ex feels about them. Show me who the ex is right now in their life. Who is this ex right now in their life? Who is the ex right now in their life? Show me in position 1. In position 2, what is the strength of this ex, good or bad? What is the strength of this ex, good or bad, in position 2? In position 3, what is the weakness of this ex? What is his ex weakness in position 3? In position 4, how does the ex feel for Sagittarius? In position 4, how does the ex feel for Sagittarius in position 4? In position 5, how does Sagittarius feel for the ex? How does Sagittarius feel for the ex in position 5? In position 6, what were the strengths in the relationship when they were together? What were the strengths in the relationship when they were together? In position 7, what were the weaknesses in the relationship when they were together? What were the weaknesses in the relationship when they were together? Let's pull that down a little bit here, like so. And what is the likelihood of Sagittarius and this ex reconciling? What's the likelihood in position 8? In position 9, can you just give me the overall analysis of who this ex is in their life right now? Or just in general, who they are overall as a person? Position 10, what are the main blockages stopping Sagittarius and this ex from reconciling? Position 11, sorry, if Sagittarius and the ex should reconcile, what would the outcome be? And in position 12, if the ex should want to reconcile with Sagittarius, what should Sagittarius do? Okay, let's have a look then. So let's have a look at who the ex is right now in their own life. Right, so this person's going through a huge transformation. They're not dead. Death doesn't really, in tarot readings, often this isn't about a physical death. But I think that the death card really right now, we're talking about living exes. So I think that this person's going through a huge transformation. That could be a transformation in anything. They might have moved from one place to another, from one country to another, from one city to another. They might have changed a job. They might have got into another relationship with the death energy. Okay, it might be an internal transformation. They might be trying to change as a person with the death energy, because death means transformation, changing from one state, whether that's of being or something physical, into another. What is their strength as a person? Their strength is in the Two of Swords. So I think that their strength with this Two of Swords is in self-protection with the Two of Swords energy, because the Two of Swords is all about, it's not just about, you know, indecisiveness or having a couple of ideas, Two of Swords, but Two of Swords is also about blocking out our emotions and self-focus. I think that their strength is completely in their self-focus. So what this person, and we're seeing that this person's probably going out, you know, through some form of a transformation as an individual death. But I think that in order to do that, there has to be an element of self-focus with the Two of Swords, so much so that you block out everything and everyone. You know, so much so that if you wanted to, you know, be President of the United States or Prime Minister of the UK, you know, you probably have to make a few sacrifices with the Two of Swords. You can't focus too much on the things that you're emotionally attached to. You have to completely put down those blinds, which is what she does. She's blindfolded, and completely focus on yourself, because that's what the Two of Swords is as well. You get Two of Swords, say, with the Sun energy, somebody might be very focused on their own ego, you know, as an individual. So I think there's a great deal of self-focus here with the Two of Swords energy showing here. I think that this person's power is probably in their ideas. They seem to have multiple ideas with this Two of Swords energy showing here. So they leave themselves probably open. The Two of Swords means, you know, to be open. It means to leave your options open as well when you get the Two of Swords energy as well. So this person, as a strength, it might be that they tend to leave their options open as well with the Two of Swords, as well as being very self-focused with the Two of Swords energy, so much so that it might be to the detriment of other things in their life, especially themselves and what they're truly feeling. What is the weakness? What is their weakness? The Sun in the reverse. They tend to get depressed. They might tend to procrastinate on certain things, because the Sun in the reverse means delays, but it also means a lack of confidence, especially as a person. When you get a Sun card as an individual, this can represent a Leo person, so maybe reverse, we've got some bitch or something like that. Oh, actually, I shouldn't use that word. Maybe we've got some very very nasty person, Sun in the reverse. But, you know, and that could be a Leo energy, but I don't think it's the Leo energy. It might be for some of you guys, Leo energy is this person's weakness. But I think also the weakness in the main with the Sun in the reverse is about this person's, for some reason, it's a lack of confidence, or it's a lack of self-worth, or it's a lack of self-belief, because the Sun in the upright is all about, if this had been this weakness in the upright with the Sun energy, this person might have had a huge ego with the Sun in the upright, with this, you know, being their weakness. It might be that this person was blinded to certain things by the glow of something that looked very inviting, the Sun energy. Their weakness might have been with, as the Sun, that they tend to burn people. You see all these planets being thrown out by this Sun energy. So this person might be a very kind of, what's the word, narcissistic energy with the Sun in the upright. But in the reverse, this isn't about narcissism for me. Or this isn't about somebody who is overly confident or has a huge ego. This is somebody who's underly confident with the Sun in the reverse. This person tends to think that the cup is half full, half empty rather than half full. They've got a negative mindset to a certain extent with the Sun in the reverse. This person, as a weakness with the Sun in the reverse, has a propensity to look at situations from a very kind of pessimistic point of view, probably with the Sun energy in the reverse. And also it might be that their weakness is getting things started. All right, they might delay a lot of things that they should be doing right now. They might have delayed a lot of things around you with that Sun in the reverse. How do they feel about you, Sagittarius? So this person might suffer from depression. Well, they feel the King of Coins for you. Oh, interesting card, and very difficult to interpret as a feeling card, because the King of Coins, on the one hand, the King of Coins is very practical. He's very methodical as an individual with the King of Coins energy. On the other hand, this King of Coins don't just represent money and materials, you know, like finances and, you know, just financial aspects. Coins also represent things like sex. Coins represent food. Coins represent desires. That's what a coin card is as well. So sometimes when you get a coin card, this person's very, very focused about achieving a desire. They're very focused. Like a King of Pentacles type of dude would be the type of individual that would be focused on settling down, but he's very, very picky when it comes to picking a bride, picking a girlfriend, picking a potential wife, because he is the type of person that needs perfection in his life. He needs the white picket fences, the 2.4 kids. And though I could say that this person, perhaps King of Coins energy, shows, I mean, they might feel for you with this King of Pentacles energy that they would like to start building some form of structure, groundedness with you, potentially with the King of Coins energy. It might be also this person's feelings for you as a King of Coins. I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to put this. If you feel for somebody the King of Coins energy, I don't think it's about feeling above you with this King of Coins energy, but I feel that, I almost feel my intuition is telling me that there's a certain acknowledgement that this person feels about you with this King of Coins energy. And coins also mean to be incredibly cautious. So I just get with this X that this person feels, and I'd love to read it in the way that this person would like to settle down with you, Sagittarius. This person would like marriage, they'd like children, they'd like to set up home, and it could be for some of you guys here. It could be, because I don't see anything particularly bad in these areas with this person. They're very self-focused. They're very open to ideas, Two of Swords energy, and their strength energy. They do lack confidence within the weakness energy that they feel with the Sun energy in the reverse, and they're going through a change. So perhaps this change relates to this, that this person's feelings are for you, that they would like to build something from the ground upwards, because that's what the King of Coins is. He puts a lot of hard work and effort into situations, especially his work, because he wants to build stability. So this person might want to build stability with some of you guys, and I'll get a clarifier on that actually to see which one it is. However, and you don't need this king to be reversed either, this King of Coins might see you or feel that you are a... Sometimes coins mean platonic as well, because they're not romantic cards, so it's not about having feelings for an individual. It might be, well, this person makes sense, you know, i.e. because he's got some high expectations. He or she's good looking, they're in a good job, you know, we could settle down, they'd be the ideal. So it's almost like this person sees you or feels that you might be the ideal individual, but it's almost like you're ideal for other reasons rather than love. I'll see why they feel the King of Coins for you though, because this can also mean that they feel very cautious for you or around you with the King of Coins energy. It might also mean that they feel highly desirous of you on a sexual level, because this is all about material. The King of Coins is a material card. Let's have a look. So what the King of Coins does, when he feels the King of Coins for someone, sometimes he can feel very, very grounded about that individual, but it just depends on what way that person feels grounded in. Let's have a look at why this person feels the King of Coins for you. Why, just in two cards, first card to tell why, second card to explain the first. Why does Sagittarius' ex feel the King of Coins for them in two cards? Right, so this is about love, Page of Cups, and it's about the development of feelings with this Page of Cups energy. But this is, I think, with the, I think that they've changed their perspective. There's been a change of perspective about this. So therefore, I'm now going to read this card, because when you get the Hanged Man, this means a change of perspective, and this is romance. So it might be that their feelings, they've had a change of perspective in terms of their feelings. Maybe with the fantasy card of the Page of Cups, what they saw at first was about you guys building a life together, having children together, because the Page of Cups is starting to develop a fantasy, a certain idealism about relationships. The Page of Cups can be, you know, you meet someone, you get involved with them, Saggies, and you say to yourself, oh man, this is the person, this is the woman, or this is the man of my dreams. I want to settle down, I want to have babies, you know. This is a romantic card. This is the card of the romantic dreamer. But I feel with the Hanged Man showing after, there's been a change of perspective on this energy showing here. And that's why now this person is starting to feel, with this King of Pentacles energy, far more grounded and realistic energy about you, because they're no longer in that kind of honeymoon stage of the Page of Cups. There's been a change of perspective, I feel, with this Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man can show you that there's been a change of perspective, especially with a Cup card. It can say, well, there's been a change of perspective in terms of what somebody was feeling, the Page of Cups energy showing here, okay? And, you know, it might be that they've had a decision to make, the Justice energy, because there are lots of options for them to consider showing here. All right, and I think that they are definitely looking at you, because you've got this Three of Wands looking in at you, Sagittarius, the Queen of Wands. So I do feel that there's been a change of perspective in terms of their feelings, okay? And I think that they've had this important decision to make because they're looking at different options, or looking at many options with this Seven of Cups. But I feel that with the Three of Wands looking in at the Queen of Wands, they're still looking at you. So I feel that this person, their feelings for you are quite mature. I would now read the King of Pentacles and say that their feelings towards you are very mature, okay? Because they're looking at you and they're saying, look, this feeling of the Page of Cups energy, this kind of childish, immature feeling where I'm fantasizing about where things can go with Sagittarius. Well, I've had a change of perspective on that because I've got a decision to make with the Justice energy, and that decision is because I've got lots of options, so I need to keep my options. And it also might be that this person's decided with the Justice energy just to keep their options open for a little bit, but it seems that they always return to you because they're still looking in at the Queen of Rods, and Queen of Rods is a Sagittarius, Aries, Leo individual. So even though I think that there has been a change of perspective in terms of their feelings because they've made a decision to keep their options open with the Seven of Cups energy, I do feel that they'll always return to you. They'll always look back at you, Sagittarius. And that's why this person's feelings for you are very mature, because they're not putting all their eggs in one basket concerning you. They're saying, yeah, I do like him or her, but I'm going to keep my options open. And this is exactly what the King of Pentacles does. He always keeps his options open. He'll only ever marry or really be with someone when he's absolutely 100% sure that this is the person that he wants to be with or that he should be with. What do you feel about this person? This came up for, I think it was Scorpio. I think that you guys some of you feel hurt with the Queen of Swords energy. Some of you have tried to desensitize your emotions, so to cut your emotions off from this individual. And some of you guys still have questions that you want to ask. You still want to get to the heart of the matter. I think that there is still somebody, even though they're an ex, I think that this person is still very much around you. Because I think that this person still thinks about you. Even though they've decided to keep their options open, I think that they always end up returning to you. Always end up returning to you. Always. Because there's a bond there, then there's a chain that this person simply cannot break. And you have questions, Queen of Swords energy. Your feelings are, I want to ask questions of this individual. There's a certain amount of clarity here, but I feel there's still some questioning that some of you guys need to do around this person's behaviour. Because I think that for some reason this person's been very flippant with some of you guys, showing here with this Queen of Swords energy. And some of you guys have tried to sever your emotions towards them. What were the strengths in the relationship when you were together? Oh, wow, pure love. It was pure love. It was pure love. Ace of Cups. But you've got to be careful with the Ace of Cups as well, because though the Ace of Cups is love, the Ace of Cups, again, is a card about infatuation, and it's a card about dreams. All cups represent dreams and desires, and it is just an ace. I think the strengths where both of you are falling in love with the Ace of Cups. I think that both of you had dreams and desires for the future with this Ace of Cups energy showing here. I think there was a lot of receptivity, a lot of emotional receptivity. I think that both hearts were open. Both hearts were open in this relationship when you were in it. But the weakness, the Eight of Wands. I think that somebody's emotions were all over the place. The weakness in this relationship with the Eight of Wands, this is the arrows of love. So sometimes when you get the Eight of Wands in a love reading, somebody might be sending messages all over the place. Or somebody's feelings are all over the place. So although I think that both of you are very receptive to this relationship and to making it work with the Ace of Cups, and though I'm seeing being in love for the both of you and pure love, I am seeing that somebody was probably all over the place with the Eight of Wands. Also the weakness might be that one of you, and I think it's this person that you were with, the ex, was probably contacting other people as well with the Eight of Wands, because this person has kind of had a change of perspective on their feelings and made a decision that they need to keep their options open. Probably because their emotions, number one, with the Eight of Wands were very much up in the air. There was a lack of certainty on that, even though the feeling in the relationship, the strength was pure love with the Ace of Cups. In a way, that was also the dreams and the desires, and both hearts being open to it. I think that the ex still had other options it was looking at. But you did something to this ex, Sagittarius. You really got to them because they're continuously looking at you. Even though they've made a decision to keep their options open, they're still looking at you. Can you see the Three of Wands looking in at the Queen? Still looking at you. They still always return to you. This person looks to me like somebody who's afraid of their emotions. They look like they're afraid of their feelings. They look like they're in love with you, Sagittarius. But this ex looks like they're afraid of being in love. It looks like to me that this person doesn't want to settle down. They're afraid of settling down, so they'll do anything at all, so they don't have to settle down with you, even though they know that you're actually their soulmate. And you are their soulmate, because it's only a soulmate or a twin flame that you would continue returning to time and time again. So this person knows that you are the one for them, but they're running away from it because they want to keep their options open. They don't want to have to settle down 100% with you yet. It's almost like this person feels that they've still got a lot of living to do. What is the likelihood of you guys reconciling? Yeah, there's every likelihood. Six of Wands. There's a very strong likelihood of you guys reconciling. You've got the victory and success card of the Six of Wands. This is very, very strong. There's a very strong chance of reconciliation for some of you guys with this ex. What is, or who is the ex overall? See there, the Fool. See, this bothers me. Even though there's a very strong chance of you guys reconciling, I still feel that this person is non-committal. And I was seeing it in the reading all the time. And they're non-committal because they're afraid of losing their independence. This person doesn't want to lose their independence. They still want to go out there and have fun. And they feel that if they give everything to you, they're not going to be able to do that. This person is really fearful of losing their own identity in a relationship. What is the main block to you guys reconciling? Temperance, cooperation. Both being able to work things through in the relationship. Temperance card is a card about cooperating and both parties trying to work through rough areas in a relationship. But that's the block. This person, this ex, doesn't want to do that. This is about finding joint balance in a relationship. Working through the rough and the smooth is the temperance energy. And that's your main block in the relationship. Working through the good times and the bad times within the relationship. Sorry, there's something that's about to go off. I'm rendering another video for YouTube, you see, and it's about to go down. I'm wondering if I can stop it from making a noise. Let me just see if I can get to the... Oh, God, where are we? 32 seconds. Yeah, I probably can. There we are. Just turn the sound down so it doesn't go off. Yeah, cooperation is temperance. Working through the rough and the smooth. Finding the right combination. And also the block to you guys coming back together. Are you the right combination? Do you mesh well? Because the temperance card is the card of the alchemist, and it's about finding that. You see the two cups together, and it's about getting that equal balance, getting that equal combination, and that's your block. Are you the right combination together? Can you get an equal balance within the relationship? That's your block to reconciling. Even though I can clearly see here with the Six of Wands, there's great potential for you guys to reconcile. The blockage possibly to you guys staying reconciled is that you're coming from two completely different areas with the temperance energy showing here. And actually, temperance is the card of the Sagittarian. So it might be the major block to you getting a reconciliation as well is because of the amount of work that you're going to have to put into this with the temperance energy. It might be left down to you to try and overcome or try and work through the complexities of the relationship to get that even balance going, because this is your card. So it might be the main block to you guys reconciling is that your need for perfection, because the temperance card in a way is a card about perfection. It's about getting the right measure, equal measure, and it has to be to a T. When you're doing temperance, it's just like measuring out a cocktail or having food on a menu in a restaurant. You always have to put the right measurements in every single time, so that the food doesn't taste any difference. And it might be the main block to sustaining this reconciliation, because I'm seeing great potential for reconciliation. I would say the main block, therefore, to sustaining this reconciliation is your need to have complete and utter balance within this relationship, which this person is probably just not willing to give, because their feelings for you are very, very mature. They have changed perspective on their feelings, and they've made a decision to keep things open, but they keep returning to you. This person really loves you. There's a deep love for you, Sagittarius, but this person, I believe, continuously runs away from their feelings because they want to go out and explore what else is out there. If you were to come back together, what would be the outcome? Well, the Ten of Coins is not bad. You could have a relationship that you could really build on. Ten of Coins is stability and security. If you did reconcile, you could have a strong stable relationship. There could be children in the future for some of you guys with that 10 of coins energy. There could be children. However, the main block to sustaining this is your need for perfection. So I get the impression that if you allowed this ex to do whatever it is that they wanted to do and gave them and took them off the chain a little bit, you'd probably have that. I don't necessarily feel that I could advise it. Maybe I should advise it, I'm not sure. We'll see what you should do here. But the 10 of coins is a very good outcome card. This is marriage. 10 of coins can be marriage. 10 of coins is building a strong, stable union, strong, stable relationship. Money-wise, building a strong foundation, children, building empires, building dynasties within relationships. That's what your 10 of coins is, and that's what you'd have, which would be excellent. However, the blockage to really having that is temperance. Your need to have everything finely tuned within the relationship, which I don't feel that this person can necessarily give to you. You've got a very good reading here. I mean, you know, it is an exceptional reading for this ex reading. If this ex should come back and want to reconcile, what should you do though? Probably give it a chance. Judgment. Judgment is second time around in love. So this is probably give it a second chance. Judgment. You should give it a second chance. But also, with the Judgment card as advice, make your decisions based on intelligence. Make your decision based on prior experience with the Judgment. Because Judgment is all about making the right decision. So what you should do is make the right decision as well, I feel, with this Judgment energy. Based on what you've experienced before. But for some of you guys, it's definitely give it a second chance with the Judgment energy showing here as advice. Because in love, Judgment is about renewal. So you could renew this relationship. But I'm just going to see what that's about. Why have you told Sagittarius is that if the ex should come back, they should do Judgment? I think there's something else in that, though. I don't want to be as simplistic as say give it a second chance, because the Judgment can mean renewal. There's almost something in which you need to say something to this ex, because this can be making a judgment or judging someone. I'm not telling you to judge the ex, but you need to kind of go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, I think. Why does Sagittarius need to do Judgment if the ex came back for a reconciliation? Right, you've got the Fool. So this is turning your back on death. Can you see that? This is letting bygones be bygones with the death energy. Now, wherever I see this Fool turning its back, this is a new beginning. Ending a cycle. So you guys need to focus on this new beginning. Turn your back on the old and enter the new with the death, with the Fool. It's funny that you got Fool in the death. Fool is about birth, newness, and this is about endings. The other way I could read this, if I was going to read it as a combination, well, keywords, the Fool is all about a new beginning. But it wouldn't be long lasting with the death energy. And you've got that Three of Swords there as well. Death and the Three of Swords. However, death is looking towards the Three of Swords. Does death bring in heartbreak, separation? Does this new beginning not last long with the death energy bringing in heartbreak? Or does this new beginning bring an ending to heartbreak? Do you see where I'm coming from? Because you can read these in multiple ways. I will say overall, in my intuition, Sagittarius, you need to think very carefully. If this ex comes back, you need to make a decision with the Judgment card based on prior experience. That's all I would say. You could have the outcome of building a relationship here. So for some of you guys, it will be, well, yes, renew the relationship, because this new beginning in this relationship, the Fool, will bring an end, death, to the heartbreak that you have been through in this relationship, to the problems that you've suffered. For some of you guys, though, it will be, look at the data, Judgment energy. Don't bury your head in the sand. Make decisions based on prior experience, based on maturity, based on knowledge. Because the relationship may not last long, bringing in heartbreak. Even though the overall outcome is the Ten of Coins energy showing here, don't forget the blockage to having this reconciliation work is you. The need for perfection within this relationship, which I don't think you're going to necessarily get from this individual. But it's certainly something worth looking at. It's certainly something worth looking at in this relationship with this ex. I certainly don't feel that for some of you guys this thing is over with this ex. I don't. I think there's still some leverage here. I really do, just judging by the potential for the outcome being the 10 of coins. Marriage, building a strong, stable foundation in a relationship, moving in together, buying a house together, living together. You know, that's your overall outcome. But the blockage to this happening, this reconciliation happening, is your need as the Temperance energy to have perfection, which you're probably not going to have. The balance in the relationship 100% equal and right, which won't necessarily happen because this person likes to be free. The Fool is a freedom seeker. This person can be childish at times as an overall analysis of who the ex is. This person likes their freedom, possibly likes to travel, possibly likes to go out partying with that Fool card. They like to have a good time. That's what they're like as an individual. They enjoy it. They like to have their own identity. The Fool is very much an independent character as much as anything, like the Nine of Coins, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, all those types of cards. They enjoy their independence. They hate being in chains. They need freedom. So this person needs freedom, and the blockage to you guys reconciling really is your need for perfection, and that you'll need to have things the right way, everything in balance. This person doesn't necessarily fall for that because they like their freedom, but this person is very mature in the way that they think because they've changed their perspective in terms of, you know, how they were seeing the relationship before, all hearts and flowers, because they realise with the Justice energy that they need to make that decision. And also, in order to achieve balance in their life, they probably like to look at other options, but they always look towards you. They always say, no, I always return though to Sagittarius because this is the one. So if this ex comes back, for some of you guys, it might simply be that you need to say to this person, look, if we're going to make it work, I'd rather you just spent time out of this relationship and got whatever it is you need to get out of your system, because I need balance, complete and utter balance in relationships. That's what I need, and I can't settle for anything else. Okay, that is your reading, Sagittarius. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.